Good evening and welcome to Knox Makers Tuesday night show and share. We do this every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. We show things that are in progress, our finished works of engineering, art, and whatnot, as well as our failures, because we can learn from those. And we have some pretty cool stuff, I think, tonight. So without any further ado, let's look at, this is a Johnny 5 robot, right? Is that right? All right. Yeah, come on up.
It is not complete.
That's all right. That sounds like an in progress kind of thing if it's not complete. All right.
I have frequently shown up at these events with PowerPoint presentations. I do not think that's necessary now. I have a thread going in the robot section on the makerspace, and I have been, as Billy will attest, putting excruciating detail about everything I've been doing on this. So you can see it from the day I started, when I was initially wincing about the money involved and not sure that I'd ever do it, to, okay, I'll do part of it. So I've done a lot of pretty big projects, and I was a little taken back by this. I've been working, I've probably got about 250 hours into it, I guess, maybe. Probably a lot more coming before it's done. The amount of 3D printing and electronics, and they jammed everything into this. And all right, real quick, by a show of hands, how many in this audience have never seen Short Circuit and don't know what a Johnny 5 robot is? Okay. All right. Well, hurt my feelings. The good news is Johnny 5 is a PG robot. Everybody seemed to like him. You know, he got hit by lightning. He was a military robot blowing things up, and then suddenly he wanted to be alive. And sometimes you'll hear people quoting things about no disassemble Johnny 5, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of little things, kind of like Monty Python quotes. The reason I'm building it is I have a YouTube channel and I wanted a sidekick. And I thought this would be a lot of fun to have as a sidekick. Now, there's going to be a lot of extra work involved in making him come alive in a realistic manner, but the reason I chose this guy is because of how expressive he is. He has eyebrows that open and close. They work. He can look angry. There's RGB lights that glow red. The eyes pop out like if he's astonished by something. The eyes literally, they've got gaze control. They're on gimbal, so they can look all around, and they can light up. They move out. I'm missing something here. The iris opens and closes. So they use large Wallensack lenses, and I'm getting ready to get a refresher course on the lathe here this Saturday, so that I can take those lenses and grind them down to copper rings around the lenses, which is going to be a hairy ordeal, but I got to do it right. The effort they put into this is pretty crazy. I mean, to get the expressions they wanted, the nose on it it's a two-piece thing. The entire nose assembly moves up and down to do like a slow raise, but then it's also got a very quick basket in here that'll flip, so we can just or to get the eyebrows out of the way because the eyeballs are coming out and you don't want to knock them off. But yeah, there's a whole lot involved. And after I started getting into it, I realized I didn't like how people were controlling them. So a lot of people are using remote control transmitters like they did when they made the movie. Lots of remote control transmitter stuff. And I've got a remote control transmitter. I was into RC helicopters. But I'm writing C# to drive it, so I've got my computer with a USB port and an Xbox controller. And it's actually working really well. I'm surprised at how much I can get into it. But there's always somebody going a step further. And one of the guys in Input Inc. saw what I was doing, and he's got a Unreal Engine blueprint model of the head with all the parts being movable parameters, and he wants to set up a Stream Deck controller, which is similar to an Xbox, but it has accelerometers and a bunch of other things. And he wants it where you can configure the whole thing and see everything move on the screen on the Stream Deck and then have it real as life doing whatever it needs to here. So, I like big projects. This has been, I'm really enjoying it, but good gosh, it just never stops. So I'm hoping that the next time I bring it in here, I'll actually have it moving around, LED lips going. But I'm going to mention a couple other things and I'll try to wrap this up because I realize I've got only so much time I'm supposed to be up here. The movie had a whole bunch of different Johnny Fives to do the various sequences. They had one dedicated for the eyeball. They had new features in the second movie. The arms would hug, and there were lots of other peripherals up on the head. And the guys at Input Inc. have actually gotten all the features from all the different robots to fit into one. And the result is, this is the top. I don't have all the nernies on it yet, but it's getting there. The result is the interior is just absolutely packed. And this is not done yet. I don't... Huh? Oh, yeah. Sure. Here we go. So what you see there is there's an Arduino over here that drives 4 RGB lights, ring lights for the eyeballs. So in the eyeballs, they light up in front, but they also light up in back because there's vents on the side that can open up, and so you can have it glowing there as well. There's a 24-port Maestro card here, and there's 2 TIC T249 stepper motor controllers here that drive the 2 motors that make the eyeballs go in and out. And then there's servos for horizontal and vertical to make the eyes move up and down, and another one for the iris. And anyway, there's just a lot jammed in there. And I have a lot more hardware to fit inside this head. There's some additional mechanisms that need to fit in here so that it has a little antenna that comes up and spins around, and there's the microphone that moves and a whip antenna that comes up, and lots of little pieces that still need to get squished in there. But I do have it cabled for power now. So my end result is probably going to be, I have a bench power supply that will be sitting on the floor. We're running 24 volts into this, but there'll also be 2 takedown transformers for 5 volt and 6 volt power. And so this is currently running 6 volt and 24 volt power, and it has a USB-C connector in here. And the USB-C is powering the Arduino and actually powering the lights, so that's 5 volts without a separate power source, and then 6 volts for the rest of the circuit. Anyway, I could probably go into details and talk for hours, so I've probably spent my allotted time here. Should I open it up, ask if there's any questions? Yeah? Sure.
On your YouTube channel, are you documenting this build?
I started trying to. I set up a tripod and I started to build it together. And this is one of those projects that takes so many hours to build. It takes you a lot longer if you're documenting it properly to make a video. So I'm going to put something out, but to be honest, it won't capture a lot because it's just overwhelming, and I'm sure it would get a lot of response if I made a video that did that. I just have not had it in me to. If I captured it all, I don't know. I mean, maybe run it really fast, a little montage going, some music. I don't know. So, anyway, yeah.
You said you do big projects.
Yes.
Do you finish big projects?
Show of hands, has anyone seen me not finish a project I started? Has anyone seen me not finish a project? Okay.
Okay,
Ma-
second question.
yes.
The lenses you were talking about grinding down in the machine shop, are those the iris type lenses for cameras?
Yes, it is a camera. There's 2 camera lenses. They're Wallensack lenses that are used on video cameras, I believe. And what you do is you keep the main body, you remove the back lens, you take the front lens off, and you lathe it flat to the edge of where the lens is, and that gives you the nice little brass ring that it has around the eye when you see the robot. And then you use a jig and you drill and tap into the body, and then that fits on the gimbal so it can look around. And then the iris control has a little servo with a pin that fits in, and it moves the aperture blades to open and close. So yes, you have so you do end up destroying the lens of the camera. But anyway.
All right.
Anyone else?
Thank you.
All right.
No parts.
Yeah, lots of parts. Is that everything? I think so.
All right. I can't wait to see that one finished. And it will be finished, right?
It will be, but I can't give you an estimate. I have no idea.
Okay. All right. Next, we have something that sounds like a lot of fun to play with. Just don't point it at me, please. Cole has a potato cannon.
Obviously, I don't have it with me. My car is full of mountain bike and toolkits right now. So, pull this up. Can I? Maybe. So, it is a potato cannon of sorts. Can I? Maybe. There's a cattle prod. Some boat auxiliary switches. There's a seat bracket from a early 80s Pontiac Trans Am. The brake pedal, parts of a retractable sunsetter awning, and your normal PVC pipe. Here is the kind of modeled after a old school RPG. That is the horn button from some old boat, the temporary switch. This back part here is the brake pedal lever and seat bracket from that Trans Am. Here's kind of a demonstration of the adjustable stock seat bracket system. So everybody can shoot it, no matter how tall or short you are. And then the ignition system is a rechargeable cattle prod, because you can order those on Amazon. So, wired into my momentary boat horn switch and ignition. So, that is mad scientist, I guess. So, questions? I'll go left or right.
Where are the potatoes?
In my kitchen.
Are you gonna you have a video of you shooting?
I do not know. Yeah. Yeah. Over here.
What do you use for fuel?
Hairspray, ether. Try not to use a lot of ether. No. Acetylene works in a pinch, but that's like push the trigger with the stick. So, yeah. For shenanigans. I mean, just. I mean, I've experimented a little bit with different kinds of shot. Like if you take half of an apple and a handful of corn kernels, it's big bird shot. Get just shenanigans.
Have you thought of putting a gas feed so you don't have to reload it manually each time?
I'm on a couple forums, and I have seen propane torches with the knobs, and some people plumb that in so it's all contained and you don't have to use a breech or anything.
How far will it shoot?
I mean, a good football field and a half. So, in the back.
Depending on the diameter, tennis balls are awesome.
Oh yeah, I might have to size up the barrel for that one.
Have you ever considered a laser pointer?
Maybe the barrel's just, it's not rifled though, so I mean sometimes it's a grouping like this and sometimes it's the whole barn, so in the middle there.
So what about the shape of what you like having elongated potato, will it shoot it?
Oh yeah, anything. Oranges, apples, potatoes. Rutabagas are really firm, but they'll do in a pinch. In the back.
10 or 15 feet, it will go right through the board on the pallet.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I haven't tried that yet. Oh yeah. I mean, I could bring it here and shoot it, maybe, in the parking lot.
How long did it take you?
I'd say I was just doing it after work when I had some free time, so maybe 3 weeks. But a lot of just like the whole handles, just awning parts welded and stuff. And
Did you find the design online, or did you just make it up, or what?
I made my first one when I was about 9. So now that I can weld and do everything else,
Have you thought about competitions?
not really. No, I didn't know that there are.
Well,
Comp-
apparently, according to the show house, there are. I don't know if that's true.
Oh.
but-
I mean, I'll look into it.
And then really big ones with fire pumpkin.
I don't need any more ideas. But yeah. Anyone else? All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Cole. New inspiration. Sorry about cutting you off. Next, Keith is going to show us the new series he is working on, which may or may not include bicycle parts. Possibility. All right, well, we'll see.
It does have bicycle parts. Shock and awe. I wanted to use similar build materials that I was working on with like vase and flowers that I've used incorporating similar stuff and just kind of make it more of just a sculpture in itself, just playing with some different ideas. I'm still trying to decide where I'm going with regards to like name and concept a little bit. I've got about 6 of them already, all usually having some kind of like aluminum wrap and then like setting a stone or a piece of jewelry in it. Kind of maybe towards like a monolith or a spire series or something like that. I was kind of envisioning like in a fantasy land where you're just like ripping it through fields and you just see one of these and they're about 30 feet tall and now you know you're in a swamp or like just like into some new part of the area. So I might kind of go as far as like with the exhibition too, to like even like do some map building and actually have them all placed out on the map and then have them all kind of in a similar orientation in a room when I do for like an exhibition for them. They're all about similar size. I might go a little bit bigger with them. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with them at the moment anyways. Used brake rotors like for the base for like what's underneath it and like the initial base itself and just kind of cut some of the outside brake track away to kind of make them into like the fingers. And this is some cherry wood. I've got lace wood, cedar, and then back into some poplar that I burned with some like just steel rods that I heated up with a MAP gas torch. And then the kind of cone on top is mahogany, I believe. The stone I can't remember. I got it in like Epcot, but I was doing the whole like drink at every country thing, and I was succeeding extremely well. So I'm not sure exactly what that was by the time I got there. Like, but I did take a photo, so I do need to like reference that at some point when I finally get all the like specs together for whenever I kind of post it and get everything all pieced up for it. Well, yeah, that was it. Awesome. Anyone have any questions at all?
That doesn't shoot like potatoes.
No, but it is removable, so theoretically, like it's like a woodland Dracula, or maybe like if for a potato gun or something like that, we could take out. Yes, sir.
Get the light bulb on the top and make it a lamp.
Yeah, we got lamp business. You know this. Yeah, we have to get that sorted out one of these days. Yeah, lights and things being kinetic moving is definitely where I want to get eventually. I think that'd be kind of cool. If those things just kind of like spun around like a pinwheel, I think that'd be really slick. Yes.
So if it's part of a series, are
Yes.
they going to all look really similar,
Yes, yeah, they're all for the most part a cylinder with like this kind of like spire on top. Like only one of them I've kind of pivoted away, almost as more of a pint glass kind of shape a little bit, but for the most part I was just kind of really leaning into these cylinders quite a bit with like that almost kind of lighthouse tower coming out of it. I've got a few that are a little bit shorter, but they're most pretty consistently across the board. And I figured I'd kind of lean into like this one's kind of eaten away a little bit by some bugs and it's some of the burning. So like I said, that might maybe like dictate some kind of like, you know, rotted forest or like a bog or a marsh or something like that. And then have ones that are like, you know, brighter and like lots of greens, be like maybe like a line for like a forest or something like that. Anyone else? Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Keith. Love your stuff. Next, Laura has made trading cards. Did you make these trading cards, or did you just trade them?
Not really. Hello. First and foremost, rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. I know a lot of y'all loved him. So I took my first laser class, finally, and I had a lot of fun with it. And I've got this skate group, and these are all my best friends, and String Bean. He is also passed away, but yeah, I lasered all these. I made 2 observations. This one, it's not really a mistake because it kind of looks cool. What the heck? But Tracy helped me invert the image. Wait, how do I invert it on here? On this computer thing. I thought it was. Well, I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, it was really simple. It took like 2 seconds to print out, and yeah, there's that. Oh, and another thing I witnessed, the smell of it is kind of crazy, and it took me back to 6th grade when we were dissecting worms. It smelled a lot like the chemicals of that. Just thought I would share that with y'all, but that's all I got.
How long does it take to pinch one card?
Like 2 seconds. Yeah. This is there's only 1 pass on this too. So yeah. Yep. And they're pretty detailed. I'm still learning the language of the Moonraker. Oops. Well, that's okay. I won't.
How thick are they?
They're plastic with aluminum. I wish I had my micrometer with me, but what's that? Yeah, they are. And so I showed them to my friends, and I was like, we could have trading cards, or maybe like a deck of cards for playing. I think that we would definitely use those. Sorry, my hands are in the way, but yes. Yes, that would be a lot of fun, but I need to donate money before I do that. So, 'cause that's like 52 cards. So, right, in a deck? Yeah. Yeah. That's like $10. That's pretty worth it to me. Anybody else? Yes. I just emailed it and just cropped it. That's it. It was really easy. Like, too easy. Yeah. But I got some help from Tracy and John Dale, so yay. That's it.
Thank you, Laura. Very cool. Next, Andrew. Teaching nephew bad habits. Yes, let's hear it for bad habits.
This is kind of a sudden show and share kind of thing. I thought, well, I did make something, that's for sure. So my nephew came in to visit a couple weekends ago, and promptly as he enters in the door, he goes, I'm going to play the Tennessee lottery. I look at him and I say, let me get my keys. And so he goes down and he gets into it, and he likes the lottery and everything else like that, and we lose everything else like that, and said, well, buddy, you gotta have a lucky coin. You gotta have a lucky coin. He's like, well, what kind of lucky coin do I need? And I'm like, well, I can 3D print you something, that's for sure. And I ask him, well, what do you want? He goes, I want your dog's face as heads and his tail as tails. I'm like, well, let me think about it for a second. So I come up with it. I come up with a design, and here it is. That's heads. That's my dog's Roscoe. That's his head, and then that's his tail for tails. And so yeah, now he has a lucky scratcher coin for lottery tickets. Yeah. So any questions? No, we went broke as per usual. Thank you.
All right, last but not least, we have Wes showing us some bookbinding.
Hello, so this does not shoot coins or trading cards or cannons or potatoes or anything like that, but it is a book that maybe you can learn how to shoot all those things. So a few weeks back I had shown this off a little bit, and this was a hand-sewn journal that I kind of been working on and stuff like that. And what I've come to realize is that, well, the last one I had about 2-3 weeks ago, it fell apart because the holes, unfortunately, were a little too big. So I resized them down to about 2 or 3 millimeters and was able to get a needle through with the thread and a knot and get it through. I'm still finding that the spine has been coming loose a lot, and it might be because it's thread and it's just not that tight, or maybe it was just the way I designed it, or maybe it's just the function of it. And you can kind of see it's kind of still wobbling and stuff like that. So in the meantime, I came up with another design that I really like, and this one uses Chicago screws to hold it together, and what I did was I weaved elastic cord through, you want to zoom out? So I weaved elastic cord through holes that I had lasered out on the leather, and I think you can kind of see that a little bit down there. There we go. So weave the cord through, and now I have a traveler's refillable journal that I can use when I want to. I also made a pen holder on it. I'll just show it upside down. Now the staple is just from the other side. This will probably be glued on, and then maybe some sort of backing on it or something like that in order to keep it on. But the leather in particular is interesting because it's opening it up and it's got a lot of tension on it. So I will have to glue it down and probably add a couple more screws and then use some edge bevelers and stuff like that with it. And then probably even a, I don't think I have it on me. It is up here somewhere. Another elastic band to kind of keep it down as well too, to make a journal. So any questions? Yes?
For the one with the string binding, is there also string to refill the book?
This one here? This one's not, unfortunately. So what it does is you take the signature and you actually will sew it into the pieces or the other thread right in there. So this one's not a refillable, but you make them big enough and you know you're going to use it for something and then keep it and maybe put it away. I particularly like this one because it's refillable, right? And it's such a common you know, size to use. It's a A5, I think. And you can add other stuff in here, folders or pockets and other kind of stuff like that. So pretty cool. All right. Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Wes. All right, before we go outside and set the parking lot on fire,
And actually, we'll talk in here first.
Oh, okay.
Feel like it's on fire already.
Oh, okay, yeah, really. Larry is going to give us a Cardboard Bot 2.0 update.
Hello, everyone. I am continuing to refine my entry for Kill Switch, which will be, our next Kill Switch event will be at the market September the 28th, which is a Sunday. This was my very first bot right here. There were a number of things that I didn't really care about on it that I thought could be better. And I have been working for the past few weeks on making a better version. And I like trying to do my work in Inkscape because it makes it easier for me to make incremental changes, and it makes it easier for me to cut out additional parts, and it also makes John Dell happy because I'm using the laser. So these are basically the cardboard components that I have in my new bot, not this one. This one's kind of square, of course, and this is round. These are my Baltic birch parts. This is what it looked like when it was on the laser and being cut out, and then just a couple of pictures of it going together. And that gets us to the actual bot itself and where I'm at today. And as far as the way it looks, I mean, it looks a lot more refined, it looks a lot better, and it's a lot easier to maintain. I actually have the ability to pull my battery out without pulling the bot completely apart. I believe, without it being judged by people that have been through the event before, I think that it's actually event legal at this point with the switch and an LED, all little things that I didn't have before. So I think this is actually what I'm going to be fighting with in a Kill Switch event come September. So does anyone have any questions about this bot in particular? The complete opposite of Johnny 5. Yes, sir.
Do you use any like 3D modeling software to make sure all your flat pieces come together, or you're just very clever?
I actually started this one in a CAD program, and after the first time I needed to make changes, I just found it was easier to like layer things in Inkscape and do them that way. So if you look at this, there's actually 3 layers here. There's the top, the bottom, and then there's a reinforcement cardboard layer. But all of the cutouts that you see on here in blue, they're all just laid over each other, and then I just selectively delete certain colors so that I can, keep everything stacked up like it needs to be and make it easy to handle. So just a maintainability thing, and like I said, it makes it really easy to print out parts and make minor changes. So any other questions? Okay, just a couple of quick announcements around Kill Switch. If anyone doesn't know what Kill Switch is, it is our combat robot event. We typically have it around the market, again, in September this year. For those that are not really sure about how to go about starting a cardboard robot, but are interested in participating, we'll be having a Kill Switch for the Complete Beginner workshop this weekend on Saturday. We'll be going over the anatomy of a basic bot, what the parts do, how they work together. We'll have some hands-on with the hardware, and we'll actually have the opportunity to drive a completed bot as well as a question and answer session. So it's not meant to be a build session. It's meant to be a session to get you familiar with what goes into a bot and see if you want to pursue it further. And then a little bit later in the year, we'll be having a build session or 2. I'd also like to mention, after we burn down the parking lot, that Jerry and I will be in Thunderdome, just outside the woodshop door out there, and we'll be sparring this bot and at least one other. So if anyone cares to join us, who knows, there might be an opportunity to drive one yourself. Yes?
Do you have any dates set for a build date?
Not yet. Typically, the actual build dates are about a month before. And there are reasons for that, but the familiarization, I mean, we can talk about that a little bit further if you want to come Saturday at 10 a.m., or I'll be having more of these as well, so it's not going to be a one-time thing. So, anything else? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right. Couple of announcements. Do y'all know who's having a birthday? Yeah, that's right. And we're having a party. There will be pizza. There will be a cake-off. You may bake a cake and bring it, and we will eat it. There will also be a party hat contest with varying categories of hats. So make a hat. It's going to be Tuesday, August 5th. There will not be a show and share that night because we're going to be too busy eating pizza, wearing hats, eating cake, and having fun. Dodie, I wish you could be here, but we love you, so maybe on our 15th birthday. Hi, everybody say hi, Dodie. Hi, Dodie. Very good, very good. Now, other announcements. We got a couple. Aliki, do you want to say anything about market? Aliki, do you want to say anything or not?
Fine, I'll talk about the market. It's only one of my favorite topics. Hello, everyone. I like it. You got them warmed up real good, guys. So as you absolutely should already know, our next market, as has already been mentioned in other people's show and shares, thank you. I love it when everyone else does my advertising for me. It is coming up in just shy of 10 weeks. This last Sunday was our 10-week mark until Sunday, September 28th. Which is our next market. We are officially full, though not everyone is officially confirmed. We're working through that right now. So if you are wanting to get your name on the waiting list, that is a possibility. But we have filled up with all 56 booths as we know right now, which means we're going to have a packed market. We are very excited to be hosting Kill Switch again, and we're looking forward to putting together some opportunities for all of our members on how to participate, whether you're volunteering or you're helping out with around the shop to do cleanup ahead of time, and really just a general sense of we're opening the house so people can come and see how awesome we are. So it'll be really important for all of us to pitch in and make sure we really put our best feet and shop forward. So with that, I hope to see all of you there. You'll hear a lot more about this as we approach the actual day of. And there is a channel on Mattermost for the Knox Makers Market. And I would love if you join. That's where we post a lot of our brainstorming, our volunteer opportunities. People can ask questions. So obviously it's a great place for you to be. And every blue moon you'll see me posting in the members chat as well. If you have any questions, let me know. And I would love to help you out. Outside of that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Aliki. All right, a couple more announcements. We would appreciate if you could either email to somebody, board, or anybody, maybe Daryl. We need testimonials. Why do you love Knox Makers? We're looking for 2 or 3 sentences for just why you love it here, why you think we're so awesome, et cetera, because we are pretty awesome, right? Yes, ma'am.
Why do we need those?
Ma'am?
Why do we need the testimony?
We need those for the next item on my little list, which is fundraising. Is that right? Did I get it right? Okay. Yes, we want people to know how awesome we are because it does help in our fundraising effort to purchase a forever home for us. We hope that perhaps it will be this very place that we are in now. That's what we are targeting, but we want to have a forever home so that we're not kicked out on the street and Billy has to roll his giant machine behind his little electric car. That would be difficult. So anyway, yes, we want our own place. We want testimonials so people know how great we are, so they will give us tens of dollars in multiples of 10,000. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we will accept but tens of dollars in multiples of 10,000s are really good. Okay. All right. Apparently, there's ice cream in the freezer. If you can figure out how to get the door open, since somebody moved the hinges and the handles. Ah, man, oh man. Sheesh. We have some events coming up. For example, on the 29th, Christmas in July craft thingy, hosted by Sue, so you can learn how to make a Christmas tree. Would you look at that? That'll be fun, kids. You should come. We have the...
There's also electronics involved, and it does have lights that blink.
It's a lamp, basically. So come learn how to make a Christmas lamp. You will love it. Birthday party, also introduction to electronics coming up August 9th. Learn to solder, build a buzzy bug, hand cut dovetail. Oh, nope, that one's sold out, sorry. There's a ticket left for Woodworking 202, Advanced Turning, where you learn how to turn a bowl. Lots of stuff going on. Check out knoxmakers.org/events. Let's see, and I encourage you to sign up for the newsletter. The first issue is out. We're looking at trying to find a way so that you can access past issues. As Martin said, I certainly do have some old issues I need to deal with. Just as a warning, when you sign up, you won't get an immediate response like maybe you're used to, but you will get the upcoming issue. So sign up. There are QR codes around. Sign up, and you will be able to get that information. Now, the most exciting part. We have the Knoxville Fire Department, and I'm sorry, sir, I do not know your name.
Me neither.
Okay, well, hey, we don't know his name, but he is going to show us the proper way to put out a fire. Is that right?
I am.
All right, come on around, and then we'll go set the parking lot on fire so you can,
No.
so you can show
I
us.
assume I'm on camera here somewhere.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so now I have to sell rights to the camera feed there. Hey, my name is Paul Trumper. I'm a captain with the City of Knoxville Fire Department. I have 2 roles with them. I'm the chaplain. I'm also the director of public fire education. So I teach boys and girls, I teach big kids, I teach adults, I teach senior adults about fire safety. So my primary job is teach people not to have a fire. My second job of chaplain is when I fail at the first job, then I try to go help them after they've had a house fire. Don't be one of the ones that I need to come help, okay? I'll be honored to help you. You will not be having a good day, so please keep your house safe, okay? We're going to talk about some things. I need to know what my timeline is here because I want to make sure I get you out on time. What time do I need to be done?
When you're finished. Yeah, when you're done.
I kind of need 45 to 55 minutes. Can I get that?
You got it.
Am I okay? Okay.
Could we take a quick break and then do that?
You want it right now?
Could we take
Go.
a quick break in 5 minutes? We will reconvene.
All right. No, set the fire.